Once again, welcome friends to our practical session of our course Geoinformatics Under Stride. We are practicing ArcGIS software for preparing our map. In our previous session, we have studied about how to create a database, feature class, as well as feature class based on point, line, and polygon in our previous session. Today, in this part, we are going to study how to georeference a scan map using an ArcGIS software. In this session, we are going to see in detail how georeferencing is done in ArcGIS. For the same, we have to see a video coming next.
Welcome student. In our previous session, we have learned how to create a layer, how to create a database in ArcGIS. Today, we are going to study about a very important part of our map making, that is how to georeference a map in a ArcGIS software. So for that, there is a requirement of a scan copy of a map created while doing a survey in your area, or any reference map which you are having already that can be referenced into ArcGIS. See, first of all, what we have to do, we have to uh, we have to insert your scan copy into the folder which we have created, as I have told in our previous session. So after that, we have to link that folder into our catalog part, and from there we can drag that map or in our working area like this. While dragging, the first message which will come is that this raster data source does not have pyramids, or it contains an insufficient pyramid. In that case, we have to give a yes command over here. Okay, fine. Now you can also see that the map is open into your working area, and in the table of content we can say a layer is created in RGB band. Means this scan map is having some information and it is having an unknown spatial reference. Now what do you mean by unknown spatial reference? Unknown spatial reference means this map is not referenced. So we have to georeference based on a coordinate information which we are having about this region. Now as you see that this is nothing but it is an topo sheet. It is an topo sheet. Okay. Now we know that in topo sheet already we are having a reference information at its top four corner. See this point. This point is nothing but it is having this coordinates value, as all the four corners are having a coordinates value. So with the help of this coordinates value, we are going to georeference this map. So for georeferencing, first of all, we have to from the toolbox we have to on our georeference tool. So in the blank space we are going to double click, and from here the toolbox we are going to on certain things which will be helpful for our georeferencing. So from here we can use georeferencing tab, as well as for editing purpose there is a requirement of topology tools. And okay, fine, edit vertices editor, some tools which are required for doing the editing of map is required. So now you can see that we have now we will be arranging this tool in a place from where we will be using when required. Okay. So these tools are already in off mode because now there is not, we cannot use it until and unless we are view referencing or we are editing a map. Okay, we will unclick this part so that our scene area will increase. Fine. Before doing the georeferencing, we have to click on this georeferencing tab and we will be clicking on fit to display. Now the entire map will be displaying together, or we can see the entire map over here. Fine. So with the help of zoom in tool, we will be zooming this corner as much as possible, because see, the accuracy depends upon the zooming point. So if you zoom in more, the accuracy of your georeferencing will be more. Now first we have to click on this point. This is called add control points, and this plus we have to match it with exactly with the point where these coordinates are there. So first we have to click left click, then without moving the cursor we have to click a right click. Now you can see over here input x and y. Input x and y means that we have to insert a coordinates value over here. Now as you know that x means a latitude and y means a longitude, but here in the place of x we have to insert a value of longitude. So now it is 73 degree and 30 minutes. So minutes can be converted into points. 30 minutes means half of a degree, means we can say here 73.5. And in case of 20 degree and 50 means 20 and 60 minutes divided into 4 part. So 15 4 the 16 means 0.25. So this is our first point. If the map disappeared, that time we can click over here for full extent, and simply we can right click over here and say zoom to layer. The map will come again over here. Now we have to give the second point, so we will be moving it into a clockwise. So this is the point we are going to take. Again we have to click on add control point, come over here, left click, right click, input xy, and again we will be giving the value, that is 73 degree point. Now 45 minutes can be converted into 75, because 30 is 50, 15 is 25, so 75 minutes become 20.75, sorry 45 minutes become 0.75, and 20 degree 0.25. Okay. Now second point is given, again the map disappears, simply right click and zoom to layer. Now we have to insert a third point. Again we have to zoom in over here. Okay. Click on add control points, left click, right click, input xy. Now you can see here approximately the point is considered by the software itself. So this means that we are going into a right path. Minor correction can be done over here. Okay. Now the map have not disappeared, so it is a good sign that our georeferencing is going into a proper way. So again we have to give the last point. Okay. Left click, right click, input. So 49 means 73.5, and okay, so we have given all the 4 points, coordinates points, while doing a georeferencing. One more thing we can do over here is that by clicking into this point, that is view link table, we can say that we can check the RMS error value over here. So you can see that here you can see a RMS error value. So from here we can decide how much means the accuracy of our georeferencing. And after that we have to click over here again, and we have to say that we have to select update georeferencing point over here. So by clicking update georeferencing, and then by selecting a rectify option over here, we will be saving these coordinates into our database. So after clicking on rectify, we have to click over here, we have to choose the folder. So simply we are going to choosing our folder which we have already created, right? And okay, so now this folder is selected where we are going to choose this coordinate. Simply click add, and then we have to rename this. So first the name was 46H by 12 and it was in the JPG format. Now we have to give the same name 46H by 12 into a TIFF format. Here are the various formats which are present in which your map can be saved. So we have to select TIFF, or we can also consider imagine image, and we have to say save. Now it may take some time, so we have to keep our patience. Okay. So friends, our georeferencing is done over here, and now here you can see that, but after refreshing this folder, one more map is added over here. This previous was 46H by 12 in JPG format, and now we are having 46H by 12 in TIFF format. So this TIFF format map is in a georeferencing form. So we will be removing this map from here, and now we will be inserting this map over here. Now see, it is directly inserted and it has not asked for creating a pyramid also. Okay, as well as over here, as we are moving a cursor, see, as we are moving a cursor, here there is a changes into degree decimal. So we can also change our data frame properties from degree decimal to say to degree minutes second also. So we can see that our reference point is shown into a degree, minutes and second, that is east and north. As we know that our Nasik belongs to a northern hemisphere, and in northern hemisphere it is again into a eastern part. So as I move the cursor over an area, we can say that there is a change into a coordinates. It means that this map is now georeferenced. Fine. So today we have learned how to georeference a scan map into an ArcGIS software.
Student, In our next session, we will be having a detail on editing features as well as creating different types of features in ArcGIS software. As well as we are going to see the demonstration of digitization of point, line and polygon features in GIS. After digitizing the features, we are also going to symbolize that feature in ArcGIS software. Thank you.